Hello, everyone. My name is Jennifer Smith. I'm the founder and director of the Milton Film Festival, and I would like to welcome you all to the virtual launch of our 8th annual festival. As you can see, this year is going to be a little bit different. Like most festivals this year, ours will be going virtual, with our films available for streaming online, thanks to our new streaming and event partner, Eventive. We're going to miss seeing you all in person, and we will definitely miss being in the beautiful Mattamy Theater. But this format also brings a lot of new opportunities, both for us and for you, our audience. No more scrambling to get a sitter for the kids or to squeeze in a meal between films. No more numb bum from sitting through your fourth film of the day. Each film will be available for viewing between 3 and 5 days, giving you plenty of time to work them all into your schedule. And while some films are limited to Ontario or Canada only, others can be viewed from anywhere in the world. Going online has also allowed us to expand the festival from 3 days to 5, and from 9 screenings to 13. Plus, because our guests can join us from home, we'll have more Q&As than ever before. So, more great films, more fascinating guests, more time to enjoy it all. It's still the Milton Film Festival that you love, but it's just a whole new experience. This year's selection of feature films is truly extraordinary. Just over half are Canadian, which is a new record for us. We have comedies, tragedies, thrillers, documentaries, some old friends and familiar faces, lots of exciting new talent. So take a look at what we have in store for you. In No Roses on a Sailor's Grave, a young archaeologist makes an ambitious promise to a World War II British Navy veteran to locate a lost D-Day ship and honor its dead. They have no idea where the adventure will take them, and what starts as an archaeology expedition becomes a lasting friendship. Directed by Toronto filmmaker Daniel Oron, this heartwarming documentary will be having its Ontario premiere at the Milton Film Festival. Nadia Butterfly draws on Quebec filmmaker Pascal Plante's own background as a competitive swimmer in this fascinating character study from the world of Olympic sport. While young and in her prime, Nadia decides to retire from pro swimming after the Olympic Games to escape a rigid life of sacrifice. After her very last race, Nadia drifts into nights of excess, punctuated by episodes of self-doubt. But even this transitional numbness cannot conceal her true inner quest, defining her identity outside the world of elite sports. No Ordinary Man is an in-depth look at the life of jazz musician and trans culture icon Billy Tipton. Complicated, beautiful, and historically unrivaled, this groundbreaking documentary shows what is possible when a community collaborates to honor the legacy of an unlikely hero. In Undine, German director Christian Petzold reunites the stars of his 2018 masterpiece Transit in a provocative, myth-soaked romantic mystery that reworks the legend of the mysterious water spirit as a modern-day fairy tale in a disenchanted world. In Girl, a young woman returns to her small hometown, intent on killing her abusive father, only to discover a family legacy more dangerous than she'd ever imagined. Filmed near Sudbury, Ontario, this gritty, powerful thriller marks the feature film directorial debut of Canadian actor Chad Faust and stars Bella Thorne as the girl and Mickey Rourke in a menacing performance as the town sheriff. We are very excited to welcome a couple of old friends back to the Milton Film Festival. Paul Saltzman was our very first guest at our very first festival in 2014. This year, he's back with Meeting the Beatles in India, a documentary in which he retraces his journey of 50 years ago, where he spent a life-changing time with the Beatles at the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi's ashram on the banks of the Ganges River. And back to discuss the movie with him will be another old friend, Ron Bass. Another film from our first festival, The Hunt, brought together two titans of Danish cinema, director Thomas Vinterberg and actor Mads Mikkelsen. Now they are back with Another Round, a provocative, dramatic comedy about four friends, all high school teachers, who test a theory that they will improve their lives by maintaining a constant level of alcohol in their blood. One of the most talked about films to premiere at Sundance in 2020 is Black Bear, a darkly comic exploration of art and identity that features one of the finest performances of Aubrey Plaza's career. She plays a female filmmaker at a creative impasse who seeks solace from her tumultuous past at a rural retreat, only to find that the woods summon her inner demons in intense and surprising ways. Our next film brings another old friend back to the festival. Following the hugely successful Only 78, Milton's own Jawad Mir returns with the Ontario premiere Citizen of Moria, a documentary which traces the journey of a refugee named Ahmed Ebrahimi. When Ahmed's life becomes under threat by the Taliban in Afghanistan, he leaves his family behind for survival and ends up in Europe's worst refugee detention camp, Moria. Filmed over the course of 3 years, the Oscar-nominated documentary Honeyland immerses us in the life of Hadze, a woman who utilizes ancient beekeeping traditions to cultivate honey in the mountains of North Macedonia. When the neighboring family tries to do the same, it becomes a source of tension as they disregard her wisdom and advice. The Climb is one of the best comedies of the year, about a tumultuous but enduring relationship between two men across many years of laughter, heartbreak, and rage. It is also the story of real-life best friends who turn their profound connection into a rich, humane, and frequently hilarious film about the boundaries, or lack thereof, in all close friendships. In the midst of a global uprising against police brutality and systemic racism, No Visible Trauma examines a deeply troubled police department and reveals the devastating consequences of unchecked police brutality. To tell you a little more about this remarkable documentary, here are directors Rubinder Uppal and Mark Serpa-Francoeur.
Thank you for joining us for this screening of No Visible Trauma. My name is Rubinder Uppal, and this is Mark Serpa-Francoeur, and we're the directors of the film.
No Visible Trauma is not the film we would have liked to make about Calgary, the city where we were born and raised. Over the 5 years we've spent working on this film, we've been profoundly disturbed by the violence and dysfunction of the Calgary Police Service and the devastating impacts on the victims and their families of a justice system that often refuses to hold police officers to account for their actions.
As the massive protests in Calgary after the killing of George Floyd showed, people from diverse backgrounds across Canada are realizing that systemic racism and excessive force are not distinctly American issues, but are also widespread here, and we can't afford to ignore them any longer.
No Visible Trauma is a difficult film to watch, but we hope that it sheds light on these problems and helps advance the conversation around these issues.
Jasmine Road is a heartwarming, magical film from Calgary about the real meaning of community, which won the Best Canadian Feature Drama Award at the Edmonton International Film Festival. Here are director-producer Warren Salataki and lead actor Aisha Kai to tell you all about it.
Hi, I'm Warren Salataki. I'm the writer, producer, director of Jasmine Road, officially selected for the Milton Film Festival. We're really excited to have the film at Milton and to share it with audiences there. Jasmine Road is a fictionalized story of a Syrian refugee family who arrives in Western Canada in a small town south of Calgary. This family, Layla and her daughter Heba and Layla's grown brother Salem, settle on a ranch with an aging rancher and his daughter Loretta. So it's the coming together of two cultures, Arabic and Western.
Hello, I'm Aisha Kay, and I am an Arab Canadian residing in Vancouver, BC. I'm very excited to be sharing Jasmine Road with you. It has been very interesting times for the film industry and even more so with the independent filmmaking. So this is just an expression of resilience for all of us. In Jasmine Road, I play the role of Layla, who hails from a family of ice cream makers, or what is referred to as buza. It's a very special, stretchy kind of ice cream. She arrives in Calgary with her brother Salim, her daughter Hiba, and they are coming from originally Aleppo, but after staying for a while in a refugee camp in Turkey. Not only do they end up in Calgary, but they end up in the south of Calgary.
What inspired me was, well, first I was concerned at the time when I was doing the research, and it's still a concern today, of course, is the divisiveness that we see worldwide with people being excluded because of race, color, creed, religion, gender. It's a universal story, not just to this particular story, but of course we see it with any displaced people. And it's I feel, a unique exploration of Arabic culture and Western culture, and of course there's the mashup of music between those two cultures. It's a message of hope, inclusivity, and an olive branch to people to open their hearts, keep their hearts open, to let newcomers into their lives, to share life with others, and to always keep walls down, not build them up.
I cannot wait for you to see the film, and I appreciate all the support that has been going on to keeping our film industry strong and going.
I look forward to hearing about Jasmine Road from you, to being a part of a Q&A, and to really have a dialogue with the audience about the story and hearing your reaction to what I feel is a beautiful film. Enjoy it. Enjoy Jasmine Road.
Individual tickets for all these great films will be available this weekend. Plus, you can purchase passes for 4, 8, or all 13 screenings. We'll have more announcements in the coming weeks, including our selections for short films and even more guests. So be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and on our website at miltonfilmfest.com. Thank you so much for watching. It's going to be another great festival, and I really hope you'll join us. January 27th through the 31st, 2021. See you then.